Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MCU crew. It's finally time. We're going to be watching Eternals a little bit later in the evening. We're going to get through all the news first. Jesse, you look like you know something that I don't.
I'm just excited for tonight. This is going to be big.
Is it?
Think about it. Like, what this movie represents. We finally see the greater scope of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and all the wonders out there. Surely, this will pay off in some way that for many movies to come will always come back to this moment.
Okay.
It will mean something in the grand scheme.
All right. Hyping it up. I like it.
MCU.
I like it. I'm on board.
I'm really excited.
Woo!
There's so much potential in this movie.
Jesse, you know what I'm also hyped for? I'm over the moon about. One could say I'm flushed red because the red carpet, Jesse Cox, is happening this Thursday, April 27th, for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
What are you? Am I having a stroke?
Yes, you might be.
What are you two on about?
Don't be late, Bronze. 8:15 Eastern, Thursday evening. Presented by Lego and Marvel. Make sure to check out marvel.com/Guardians Premiere for more information.
And legos.com/Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, they're streaming on Twitch. They're streaming on Twitch this time. Yes. We're back. That means I could probably co-stream it. Ooh, we're going to co-stream that shit, Jesse Cox. You ready?
Don't include me in it. Don't add my name to that. Don't say we're going to stream it, Jesse Cox. You ready? Don't do that.
Jesse Cox and JP on the red carpet.
Don't involve me.
Bronze, you want in on the red carpet action?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I would prefer not to.
Okay. Well, here's the Guardians in Paris on the red carpet right there. And the reason why this is significant is not because of their fit, but it's because we got early reviews, Jesse Cox and Bronze.
Here's my question, and I need to ask this, fundamentally ask this.
Okay.
Does Bradley Cooper not give a shit? Like,
I don't think
he's never around.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Well, it's also like Vin Diesel's there, but Batista's not for some reason. He wasn't in Paris.
Yeah.
Aren't they filming Dune 2 right now? That probably is.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure it's all about filming stuff and whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, in general, Bradley Cooper never shows up to these things.
He doesn't.
Bradley Cooper is like, look, I'm Rocket and I go home. I don't care.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got Groot over here. He says 3 words.
Let's see.
He's always there.
I'm seeing if in this Marvel.com press release about the red carpet on Thursday, if he's going to be there. It just says the film stars and then lists the names, but it doesn't say he'll be there. I don't know if Bradley, you think he would be there, right? For a movie that's like
I wouldn't.
You don't think so? For a movie that's all about Rocket?
Doesn't that tell you something though? That like Bradley Cooper won't go to the red carpet, but we're supposed to watch it. Like, think about it. Like, he won't. He's in the movie. The movie's about him, and he was like, "Nah, miss me with that." And we're like,
it could be like
in and comment. I don't know.
Who is I feel this way, so I relate to this. My brain just died. Who's Kylo Ren? That actor. My brain just died.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, I think might be like Bradley Cooper. I'm gonna just extend that little olive branch to Cooper, because he is always just like, I don't want to go to premieres. I hate going to it. I hate watching myself. It drives me crazy.
Harrison Ford.
I'm the same way. So I imagine
he's famously
maybe
like
Bradley
that
Cooper's
as well.
the same way. He's like, I don't want to be anywhere near there. I'll judge everything I say or my line read or whatever. Like, I can understand that.
Yeah, maybe so.
But who knows? I'm making it up. It could be that.
Cillian Murphy said the same thing. He doesn't have an entourage, and he just dresses himself and does his own hair and makeup.
Just shows up.
he hates doing it. He doesn't like going, and so
has he gone to like the Emmys and stuff like that? Like, does he go to award shows for Peaky Blinders?
I think he was talking about this because Peaky Blinders is huge, but he was talking about this during Batman. Because he plays the Scarecrow, and they were like, "Oh, you've been burning up the red carpet," and he was just like, "Yeah, I just wear what I want to wear, and I do my own hair, and I don't have people get me ready, and
sure,
I don't know which designer I'm wearing because this is just from my closet, and leave me alone. Please don't talk to me."
Well, I mean,
like it's very much like that, which I get. I'm like relatable.
If we're talking judge and fit, James Gunn's
this
pants
is horrible.
are
I was
wild.
trying not to say anything. I was really trying not to say anything, but this is hard. Zoe Saldana's dress, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't.
Not a fan?
The disconnected like diamond shapes.
I think
flare out at the bottom, and there's no color coherency. I get it's supposed to be a callback to Gamora,
right?
But it's not giving that.
Why are we ignoring Vin Diesel from the 23rd century?
You don't like Vin Diesel's jacket?
Vin Diesel landed on a spaceship.
He is in Paris, though, Jesse Cox. They do a little bit.
No. That is his Imperial Academy uniform. he landed, got off, took his little insignia off, and like marched down to the.
I think that jacket's
outfit.
Sick. I'd wear that jacket.
That guy.
I'd wear that jacket.
That Vin Diesel put down a rebellion on a planet far away.
The most offensive thing in this photo, though, is 100% James Gunn's pants.
Those pants are the first thing I noticed. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
it looks like
it's Karen's outfit because that top and the skirt aren't even in the same color family. They don't like either they need to contrast or they need to match, right? Or am I crazy, chat? Maybe it's the picture.
Know.
Like, I didn't know.
I don't feel adequate. I'm not fashion in touch with fashion enough to comment when it comes to color. But on like the look of the fit,
I don't understand it. And I also thought it was like kind of traditional now to like have your costume be a callback to your character. Like at least for the Spider-Man ones, Zendaya has led the way. Every single one of her red carpet looks is a reference to Spider-Man when she does a Spider-Man premiere.
That's also so I was
Zendaya,
though.
I know. She's a fashion icon. Yeah. So I was like, why isn't your outfit referencing your... Actually, no, they did it for the Mario movie.
They did do it for the Mario movie. Not all of them, though. Only like Anya Taylor-Joy and well, I guess they all kind of did. They all did. I mean, no, you're right. Like even Charlie Day and Chris Pratt were like color themed, right?
Yeah. Everybody did.
I just like here's the thing. James Gunn's pants, I bet, are the best, most comfortable pants on earth.
I agree.
Here's the problem. It's very clearly just found gray pants to match a gray top, and it's driving me crazy because they do not go. It's not a suit combo. No. It doesn't go together. He just found pants and then threw on a gray top over it. And I guarantee, here's the problem: the minute they get in the theater, that jacket's coming off, and he's wearing that black turtleneck underneath. He really showed up in turtleneck in like kind of sweatpants. Now, and I would be like, I salute you, sir. That's a fashion. Instead, he's like, I'll put this on.
See, now
I guess you have to fit in.
Here's my question.
Vin Diesel, who's like, afterwards, we're going to Norbox 7. I'm gonna go put down a rebellion, bro.
Maybe
this guy look at him.
Norbox 7.
Maybe I'm interpreting.
They have a spaceship.
The energy levels of it. But it sounds like the two of you are having fun discussing a red carpet right now.
No, we're discussing a photo. We're discussing a photo.
We don't
Okay. I was just checking in. I was just checking in. I just wanted.
I think the reason I can't say anything bad about James Gunn's pants is like, keep it a buck, chat. I would wear those. Like
100%. I'd wear those.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Those
Who wouldn't? It just doesn't make sense here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I would
lose the top.
To TwitchCon in those. Yeah. With like a Kojima Death Stranding tee.
Go to TwitchCon Paris and wear these. You'd fit in.
I would. And it would be a serve. People would be like, Bronze, those pants are great. And I'd be like, thanks, I stole them from James Gunn.
There you go. Yeah. Well, the reason I bring all this up is because along with the reveal of their fits, we also got first reactions.
Great. I can't brace yourselves, everyone, because we all know what's going to happen. Either people are going to love it or they're going to say they enjoyed it, but it may not be for
now
everyone. I can't wait.
We've been doing this for a while. I feel like we've got a pretty good read on what people are actually saying when they do.
Of course,
these.
if it sucks, we'll know immediately.
If it sucks, we're gonna know immediately. And I want to say we kind of called it with Quantumania. If you go back when we were reading we said like, hey, this might be.
When they said it was like zany and wacky, we were like, that's not good.
Yeah, we said it was gonna be a little bit rough. We said it was gonna be a little bit rough. So here we go. Let's get into it. Again, these are mostly European, so they are. A lot of these weren't in English, and so they're loosely translated for whatever that means. But we have Digital Spy's Ian Sandwell, who says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a brilliant end to a brilliant trilogy. It's very funny, emotional, and everyone gets their standout moment. Will Poulter's Warlock is a terrific addition, yet the focus is rightly on telling a satisfying end for the Guardians. Gonna miss them. So that's pretty positive across the board. Can't really.
That sounds pretty positive, yeah.
Yeah, can't really read behind or between the lines there. Alexander Cardello from MovieZine says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is more than ever Star Wars as a stoner comedy. Lovable weirdos, big Marvel action, and goofy jokes, but nothing can prepare you for all the emotions. Rocket Raccoon's origin story is beautiful and heart-wrenching. Star Wars as a stoner comedy is the standout there.
I don't know. I don't want anyone to associate two Disney properties together as like this is, it's like this other Disney thing, but different. Like, no, please don't ever do that.
Yeah. German journalist Marcus Trutt says Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is probably the saddest and darkest MCU film, and a wonderfully rounded conclusion to Gunn's trilogy, where everyone in a fight against a mean but rather shallow villain gets their big moment again. Have tissues ready.
Yeah, I believe that's probably an honest assessment of this movie.
I'd agree
where
too.
The villain is like MCU does this all the time for most stories. The villain serves like, I'm the bad guy. Don't mess with me.
Yeah.
And then it's an hour and a half of like our characters, then emotional moments, learning about each other and having, like the villain serves to exist and be destroyed. That's it. So I expect he'll be part of the backstory, and then he'll show up at the end like, I'm still around, haters. Yeah. And then he'll die. The end.
Jesus Agudo says,
That's the general trajectory of my day, Jesse. How'd you know?
I'm still around, haters.
That's what I do every day before I go to bed. I log on to Twitter and I say, I'm still around, haters. And I go to bed. And then I wake up the next day and I do it again.
Jesus
I kind of want to do that, but with that, I survived, bitch. Like, I want to do that every day ends that way of me just like.
He went in and said,
we didn't know. That should be our new brand. Is every night we post a tweet. Like,
try and chat.
I made it.
I made it. I'm still here to fuck with you.
Jesus Christ. The next one said, I went in with a preconceived idea to Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and James Gunn has managed to surprise me for good. It is darker and even has touches of terror, but is still very funny with a lot of personality. Rocket and Nebula excel in a very dignified send-off. Guardians of the Galaxy 3
Nebula's always been great.
Yes.
Like,
It's true. Well, at the first film, she was a little underplayed, I felt. Was she?
Right, but ever since then, they've used her as like...
Was she even in the
really
first film?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the one where she's hanging out with Ronan. And Ronan kills the one guy and he's like, oh, you better go get my favorite daughter. And then Nebula's like, gee, thanks, Dad.
That's right.
It's me reenacting the first movie.
That's all you had to say. That got me back into that moment.
Gee, thanks, quickly. Dad.
Yeah. Guardians 3 has spectacular action set pieces, is fun, entertaining, and emotional. It's a perfect and beautiful closure for the characters of the saga. And this was the headline of all of these threads on Reddit, on social media, on whatever. The next line was the headline. It's the best Marvel movie since Endgame and top 3 in general.
I hear that every time too, though.
I think you hear that every time, but you don't hear it's the best Marvel movie since Endgame. That's like...
I heard that about Spider-Man, but it also fit.
It also was.
Yeah.
I hope.
But I've heard it about a couple movies now.
Maybe.
If they're saying this is since Endgame, that would be before Spider-Man, which means maybe it's not all fan servicey. Like Spider-Man, admittedly, to me,
No.
great movie.
The new Spider-Man is from after.
That was post Endgame. Yeah, it's post Endgame.
Oh, so you're saying this movie is better than Spider-Man?
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying.
So I'm saying if that's the case,
Gotcha.
and Spider-Man, for me, it was great, but it was also all fan service, and I loved every minute of it. But like, if this could be more than that, I'm here for it. Look, I want good movies. I'm not gonna be like, I hope it sucks. No way.
Yeah.
I want to see someone be like, let's go. I want that.
Yeah.
That was the big takeaway. Some of the other ones can confirm I shed a tear, and that I would very happily watch an Adam Warlock solo movie. Full review coming soon. This is one of those ones that you can
definitely gonna do more with Adam Warlock, right?
100%, yeah. This is one of those ones where you can kind of like read a little bit between the lines. They say, this movie, my heart is full and broken at the same time. It was a lot to process. A very complex story, but it left me feeling awesome. I feel like that might be one of the, like, they were trying to do a lot with this film type deal.
Can you read the beginning again? Because it sounds less like my heart is broken because it was bad, and my heart is broken because people be dying.
It says, this movie, it was an ellipsis. It's this movie, ... My heart is full and broken at the same time. It was a lot to process, a very complex story, but it left me feeling awesome.
Yeah, I feel like James Gunn does that well. Like, even Guardians 2 had a great, like, the ending was sad, but it had a good send-off for a character.
James made...
So it's like,
Yeah, he made the TV show where the main character's dad was a fucking Nazi, and his scene was, like, still emotional.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That last couple episodes of Peacemaker were like really good. So
James, he knows what he's doing there. I was thinking about this too. I'm curious on y'all's take on it. If I'm James Gunn and this is my last dance in the MCU and I'm starting a whole new thing, which is, at kind of a competitor at the DCU, I want to put my best foot forward, right? And leave people with like the best possible, not that people set out to make a bad film, but you want to leave a stamp so that you're like, hey, you want more of this? Come on over, right? Like we got more at the DCU.
The film industry it's only as good as your last effort.
Right.
Like no one gives a shit about the next project you want to do. It's whatever you just created. And you see that all the time, especially with Disney stuff. All the different people who were scheduled to make Star Wars movies, and then the last thing they did flopped terribly. The history's crazy. If you look at like the Game of Thrones dudes, like Wonder Woman 84 lady who I can't remember her name right now, like all these different people, like if
that you're talking about?
No, the director. She was gonna do a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. I'm blanking now too. Fuck.
And they were even gonna do like a Rogue One. I think that was the Patty Jenkins movie. It was Rogue One. Whatever the case may be, like Rogue Squadron movie. And then they scrapped all of them because again, if your last movie sucks, no one wants to bet on you anymore because they're afraid your next movie's gonna suck too. And so I absolutely believe James Gunn was like, I'm gonna make this last movie amazing because I want to have power at DC. If you make a movie that makes Disney a bajillion dollars, Warner Brothers and DC is gonna look at you and be like, tell us what to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. We'll see. Some of the more like, I guess, negative skewed commentaries. Owen Carroll, who's from this website goes on to be very expressive of them being a French outlet called Marvel Story. Said Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is arguably the most uneven film in the trilogy. But this fragility makes it touching and endearing in the end, and James Gunn makes up for its wobbly scenario with a fascinating study of its character. Uneven, but exciting.
Wobbly scenario. I wonder what that is referring to.
Especially when you look at the second one, right? Because I felt like the second one was wobbly.
I don't think the second one's as good as the first one. So that's like,
100%. Yeah, the first one's the best. I
yeah. So...
I think it was. Well, we've talked about the second one, and we're gonna probably rewatch the second one eventually. So we'll save that discussion then. The last one, Absolute Radio's Emil Franchi, I don't know how to say that. It says,
good. Nailed it.
After seeing it twice, I can safely say Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 completes the perfect MCU trilogy. It's heartbreaking and hilarious, and I've loved this team for the first. Uga Shaka, a blast for 10 years. So that's that. We'll have US takes Thursday at the red carpet premiere, but I'm trying not to get like too hyped up. But those were pretty.
So those
positive.
seemed like legitimate like news outlets, or at least fan print outlets, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Twitter ones, because the Twitter ones are
these were all from Twitter. These are mostly from Twitter.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
That's the ones. That's the one I'm excited for. Seeing Twitter, because they like, how do I fit my thoughts in a very short amount of characters is always a real joy. So it's like, well, let's
Jesse.
See.
If you're now a Twitter Blue member, you don't have to worry about. We're not going to get into that discussion here. I'm canning it, but I couldn't. I had to do that. I couldn't.
Just get 1 million followers, and you'll be fine.
Yeah,
you're back in, baby.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. What else do we have? A little bit of news. It'll be kind of a shorter, I guess, proper MCU, so we can get into Eternals today. Who reported this first?
Well, shortly after we went off the air last week.
Oh God, yeah. I wasn't even going to get into that. Well, let's save that for the end of the news, because that'll be a bigger part. I was going to say, Hollywood Reporter is talking with Patti LuPone. I don't know who that is, but she is the Agatha Coven of Chaos star, and said that show is going to be part musical. So they're just going to straight up like lean into the Agatha all along stuff, which I guess I'm okay with. Like, I mean, I guess if you did it, it won an Emmy for it, right? Like it was a banger of a song. I just don't know if
Patti LuPone is literally known for musicals.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm trying to find examples, but like, yeah, she's like I was about to say Grammy. Maybe she is a Grammy winner, but no, she won Tonys. So like, she's
yeah,
she would be a person who would sing for sure if they were doing singing.
Says, we are a coven led by the great Catherine Hahn. I'm a 450-year-old Sicilian witch. My power is divination.
I love that, actually. They're like, yeah, it's an old ass witch. That's great.
Yeah. When asked if the witches sing, she confirmed that they do. Our lead singer is Catherine. I'm singing backup, and the songs have been written by Kristen and Bobby Lopez. Now, those two, I think, are giant. Didn't they write like the Frozen song? Yes, that is
maybe.
the couple.
I mean, if they were going to go full on Disney, that makes sense.
Yeah, they have won all the awards.
They wrote Let It
Go, Remember Me, Into the Unknown. They did Coco. They did all of it.
I think the one.
And they also did Agatha All Along. Sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
No, if people are aware of Patti, the one thing you'd probably know her from in the theater world, at least from what I can see, would be Sweeney Todd. She was Mrs. Lovett, and she was in both the original and the Broadway revival as the character. So probably that would be how you knew her? Question mark.
There you go. Cool. I wonder like how much they lean into that, but it could be fun.
I hope a lot.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Entertain me. I just want to be entertained now.
That's your goal now, is entertainment.
Yeah, I don't want to sit there and by the end be like, where the hell is that damn giant man in the ocean? Make me forget about it, because I'm always going to be thinking about it.
You're always going to be thinking about it, yeah.
Make me forget, yeah.
I should have thrown this into the Guardians conversation earlier, but we're getting our first ever uncensored F-bomb in Guardians 3. They're finally going to do it. It's happening.
I hope it's Groot. I hope Groot goes, I am.
It was already in a recent clip. You can go watch the clip where he curses.
Who says it?
Do you want me to tell you who it is? Is that a spoiler? Do you care?
I don't care who says it.
Peter Quill says it.
Yeah.
He says it to... He says it in like kind of the clip's out there. You can go watch the clip. It's not a leaked clip. It's an official
you know what?
clip.
It would have been better if it was Groot.
Nebula can't unlock a door on like a car. She doesn't understand how car doors work.
Yes, I've seen that clip around. I didn't watch it though because I stopped immediately when it started playing, and I was like, no.
And it just says, "Open the fucking door."
Yeah, it should have been.
It's funny because, like, do you know how much they probably fought for that? You gotta say fuck there. It completes the scene. It makes if we don't drop the F-bomb.
They're allowed one. PG-13 is allowed one as long as you don't associate it with sex. Yeah. So him saying fucking, it makes sense because it's just like he's exaggerating rather than it being like, yo, me and Gamora, we fucking, like, you can't say that. You can't do that.
I don't want him to say that. I don't know. I'm not into that. He doesn't need to say that. He doesn't need to say that at all. What else is going on? Scarlett Johansson was doing an interview. Like, I'm looking at the name of this pod. Jesse, what do you think the name of the podcast that she was on was? Because I guarantee, I bet you, Jesse Cox, I will Venmo you $1,000 if you can guess this without Googling. One guess.
I don't even know the subject matter with which she would attend, but I guarantee it's something like Boss Babes.
No.
Hold on. I'll figure this out.
You will not.
Letters with the Editor.
Jesse, you will not figure this out.
Hold on. The Mangieloni sisters.
Nope.
It could be anything. It could be anything. All right, what is it?
The Goop Podcast, Jesse Cox.
Our sponsor.
Oh, so she was on. Oh, okay. Yeah, me and Jesse actually have a long-standing
our sponsor
relationship with Gwyneth Paltrow.
With Gwyneth Paltrow, yeah. It's the Goop Podcast.
Yeah, we have a long. Yeah, we are. That's not a ridiculous name.
No, it's not a ridiculous name. But I'm just saying.
With Gwyneth Paltrow for years.
I never expected
Goop is
that
a
to be
fantastic brand, and it only gets stronger as we move forward
every year.
Into a time where we're all, as a collective world, growing and changing and looking inward rather than out. Goop is now more present in your life.
What is happening?
Yeah.
I don't understand what's happening.
Anyways, listen to the Goop podcast, and I've replaced my entire diet with bone broth. It's all I eat anymore.
I only stick Goop up my butt. It's true. It's how you get clean.
Well,
I don't take showers anymore. I Goop my butt. What? It's proven to be effective, according to world famous actor Gwyneth Paltrow.
Well, Jesse, I'm glad you brought up the Goop, because on the Goop podcast, Scarlett Johansson was asked if she was done with Marvel, if she was out, and she straight up said, "Yes, I'm done. That chapter is over. I did all that I had to do. Also, coming back and playing a character again and again like that over a decade of time is such a unique experience." Which basically kind of reads like, I ain't doing that shit again. That was a fucking nightmare.
I love it's such a unique experience.
Yeah.
What doing that for a decade? So unique.
Yeah. Anyways, they went on after that to praise Kevin for him being, who he is and what he's done with that, and him being such a fan of everything and a lover of cinema and storytelling. And this is all on the Goop podcast. Your number one place for all things Goop.
Goop.
You want to check it out.
The Goop podcast.
Yeah. Host of the Goop podcast, Gwyneth Paltrow.
that all makes sense. Like, I was trying to think, where would Scarlett Johansson show up to do a podcast? Because it doesn't make any sense why she would. But Goop with Gwyneth Paltrow makes perfect sense. That checks out.
That's what they should have called it. Goop with Paltrow. Instead of the
Goop with Gwyneth.
Goop with Gwyneth. Oh, that's better. That's even better.
Gwen's Goop.
Oh God. Now that's just, don't ever say that again. How dare you? How dare you? You mentioned Adam Driver.
Goop.
Or no, that was Bronze that mentioned Adam Driver.
No, I didn't.
Hey, Debbie.
Jesse.
Wasn't it?
No, I didn't.
You said Adam Driver
was
doesn't
me.
like being on the red carpet.
No,
I said Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
That's what Braun said was Adam Driver doesn't like being on the red carpet. We were all here for it.
Right.
We'll play back edit the video right now. Play it in there. Anyways.
I want to make a company called Moist. If Gwyneth Paltrow could make a company called Goop, I could make a company called Moist.
What are you talking about?
Get away with it.
Doesn't one of the Kardashians have a company called Poosh? Which sounds like an off-brand Goop. I'm not even kidding. It's like Poosh. I was like, so you couldn't do Goop, so you did Poosh?
Moist already exists, by the way, Jesse. Someone already it's Moist Esports. Yeah, there's that's
no,
Moist
that's
Critical.
an esports thing. That's fake. That'll be gone in 2 years anyway.
You put the Goop in your Poosh, and then your
man.
I don't know.
My
I don't
YouTube
do
this week is just fucked. We had drop frames, and that was called Elizabeth Comstock. That was the thumbnail for that, and now we got this fucking show. It's just in the fucking pits.
You're the problem. You're the
I didn't do that. That was fucking Reggie made the thumbnail.
You're the problem.
I didn't do that. Anyways, Adam Driver, like Bronze was talking about on the red carpet, that was her, not Jesse. That might be Reed Richards. That's the big rumor thing.
You know what, JP? Your YouTube is in the dumpster because of your own dementia, sir.
It's your own dementia. What an attack.
It's a straight up attack. It's personal. That's what that is.
Personal. Yeah.
You don't put enough Goop in your Poosh. And it.
Oh, God.
Got to keep it moist.
I don't
It's my brand.
I don't got anything.
I'm Jesse Cox. Keep it moist.
Keep it moist. Okay.
That's how I'm going to end all of my moist podcasts.
There you go.
And
I'm
remember,
going to make a podcast in store just called Crap. If she can do Goop, I'm going to do like, hey.
You guys are still on.
Hi, this is that Bronze Girl. And I'm pleased to announce that the Crap storefront. Think of all the crap you put in your body. Buy this crap. It's organic.
That might work. That would be like
that might.
Liquid, what's that, water? Liquid Death?
Death?
Yeah, that's kind of the same thing. A little bit.
Yeah, I would be like, this is crap. We're all bags of crap walking around on two legs.
You could do
this
it.
crap in your body. Take it home today.
You could do
Instead
it.
of that crap, put this crap in your body. With crap.
Liquid Death is great, though. Motherfucker, it's water. What do you mean it's great? It's just water.
It does give you kind of a
That's because it's
placebo
in like
effect
an
of opening up
aluminum
a can.
It's in like
Yeah,
an
yeah,
aluminum.
yeah.
Anyways, Jesse Cox, how you feel about Adam Driver, Mr. Fantastic?
All right. I think Adam Driver's a fantastic actor. I think he's great no matter what he does.
Oh, a fantastic actor.
But I don't know. Like, I would have to see him
bird?
be Mr. Fantastic. You know what I mean? Like, I
don't think he's a good Mr. Fantastic.
I'd have to see him do something. Yeah. I think he'd be a great
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Yes.
To be honest.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know. I think after seeing what's his name? The Office Boy is Mr. Fantastic. I think I was like sold on that. I don't know if I want anyone else.
Like that was we're doing it once because the fans want it. It's never happening.
But I
don't know what to tell you. It's not happening.
It was fine. It was like, it's perfect casting. I don't know. I don't think it's Adam Driver. I hope it's not Adam Driver. I've been proven wrong every single time, but yeah.
How old is Adam Driver right now?
I'm gonna go.
Why does this matter? Welcome to Hollywood. He's 39.
62.
All right, he's 39 years old.
Close.
He's still got 50 years left of acting. Jesse's, we're good.
Honestly, at 40, 41, whenever the movie starts filming, if he was, that's actually genuinely the perfect age for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What I'm worried about is by the time they make that movie, are they going to get the stretch animations to not look like Goop and Poosh?
No, it's going to be trash. So
it's going to look
expect it to look bad.
It's going to be a little goofy.
It's going to be Goop.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a little
Goopy.
Weird. The other 4 actresses that are rumored at the moment to be in the running for Sue Storm are, one of them is Mila Kunis. I know you guys know who Mila Kunis is. I don't think.
Sure. That 70s show.
Yeah.
I don't think she fits Sue Storm at all.
I don't think so either. Mila Kunis is great. I think she's fantastic.
Agreed.
I enjoy her in pretty much everything. Forgetting Sarah Marshall comes to mind right out of the gate. I just don't know if she's Sue Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. This one, Vanessa Kirby. Do you guys know who this is? I will put up an image.
No idea who that is.
Of Vanessa Kirby. She was in The Crown, as well as Fast and the Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, yes. She's his sister.
She was great. I think she would be great.
Yeah. She could be fine, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen her in enough stuff to be like, that's Sue Storm.
Yeah. I think she would be good. The other two, Allison Williams, who was in this year's Megan, as well as Get Out. She's basically kind of from the horror genre. I'll show you an image so you guys that have seen her would recognize her if you don't know the name already. Megan was obviously huge for her this year, but
I can't believe Megan was. She's Get Out. Don't say Megan.
Get Out.
She's Get Out.
She's Get Out as well. Yeah,
she's Get Out.
Yeah, and then this was one I don't know if. I think I remember her from Free Guy. I'm not sure. Jodie Comer, Comer. She was in Killing Eve, Free Guy, The Last Duel.
Who is this?
I will show you an image of her.
Joni?
Yeah, Jodie Comer, I think is how you pronounce it. Funny enough, they have like a side-by-side with a comic illustration of Sue Storm there.
I don't think I've ever heard of this person ever.
She was, did you see Free Guy?
No.
Okay. Well then, yeah. And I'm sure you didn't watch The Last Duel as well.
I did not. No.
Okay. Yeah. Well, those are two big things. That and Killing Eve. She's also in Killing Eve, if you've ever seen that show. It would be fun. All of those.
No.
Apart from Mila Kunis, who I don't know if the vibe check works out for Sue Storm. Like Mila Kunis is like quippy and more like humor focused, I feel. Comedic focused than these other three. But we'll see. We still don't have anything nailed down yet. But they got to do soon because, like Brown said, they got to start filming soon. This film is supposed to hit Valentine's Day 2025. So they got to start filming. Probably like in the next 6 months, I think we'll know who's going to be playing the Fantastic Four in some form. Mila's changed and grown up a bunch since the 70s show? Sure. But still Mila Kunis. I don't know. Still.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think out of all the characters, all the people that they had there, Mila Kunis can be any character she wants. I just don't know if Sue Storm is the right call for casting wise, but whatever.
Yeah, I think she's a really strong actress, and I watched her in that movie where she's trying to recover from an addiction, Something Good Days. I'm trying to remember it.
Oh, I have not seen that.
My pet peeve when Jessica Alba played the role too is there's some people that that do not have brunette hair coated into their like face, if that makes sense, and they can kind of change hair color at will.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba and Mila Kunis are not those two people, in my personal opinion.
I agree.
You know, it would be like me and blonde. It doesn't work. You know, like could I? I did try one time. It's horrible. And I cried and went back to the salon and begged them
to
change my hair from blonde to
Did you do the eyebrows as well?
I could only lighten the eyebrows because you can't have bleach on near your eyes for that long.
Right.
And so there was so much pigment in my brows that they were like lightened. But it looks weird because some people are just dark hair coated and we can't.
Yeah.
You know?
There's nothing you can do.
And but also, if you go back to fucking weird too.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you go back to the I wouldn't say original Fantastic Four, but you know the 90s, early 2000s Fantastic Four, that Fantastic Four. Honestly, I didn't like most of the casting. That the only ones that I liked was Thing and Johnny Storm.
I thought
all the other
Reed was
casting,
fine.
I didn't like either. I didn't like him.
I didn't dislike him. I wasn't like, wow, he was so good.
Doctor Doom, not great casting.
He
like
sucked.
I don't know.
That sucked. That was the Nip Tuck guy, right?
Oh, it was like all Nip Tuck. It was like Nip Tuck the movie. It was crazy. But yeah, and like Johnny was fun, but I definitely think that he is a better Captain America, right? He like fits that role better.
Yeah.
But Michael Chiklis as the Thing like fit. He was great. Other than that, it was like, all right.
That's maybe the thing that I'm wondering is like there's a bunch of people that could play Sue Storm. There's a bunch of people that could play Reed Richards. Like I'm whatever. Who do you get to play the Thing?
Thing will be CG, so it doesn't matter. It's just a voice. Unless they use that person, unless they give us an origin story.
Yeah. I mean, he's not going to, well, I guess he always is. He can't like not be the Thing, right?
Like once he's Thing, he's Thing. So
yeah.
It's just a voice. And if they just got like any good, awesome sort of like, I don't know, deep voice kind of guy. How do you
feel about Vin Diesel?
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman
Ron Perlman could work.
He'd be great.
Yeah. Ron Perlman would be fun.
I don't know if they'll do it, but if they could get Ron Perlman, it should be Ron Perlman. That's my cast.
Clancy Brown does great VO. Like he could easily do that.
Sure.
I think I keep seeing people in chat be like The Rock. I would lose my mind if they were like, The Rock is in everything now. Literally every movie.
No, it can't be The Rock, man. It
can't be The Rock. We can't
get that
pun or innuendo.
Get that shit out of here.
Yeah. Although I imagine if I was The Rock, I would fight for that role. I'd be like, it was the role I was born to play. Like that's how I'd pitch it to the studio. I'm just saying, if Dwayne wanted to do that, I wouldn't be against it. I just don't think it's the best cast.
Yeah. I don't think so as well. Well, we'll see. Like I said, they're going to start filming that soon. So I'm sure we'll start getting after Guardians. I guess we go into Marvels. The Marvels starts taking over marketing after that. And then we'll see. Like Secret Wars. So yeah, see what happens. Whenever they get a little bit of a lull, they will start to.
My question. What actor could say it's clobbering time
and not suck?
Not sound like an asshole. That's the question to think about.
Jack Black.
Holy shit, Jack Black could play the Thing. It would be a very different interpretation, but it wouldn't be bad. I think Jack Black could be Ben Grimm. Yeah, no, I think it could work. I think Jack Black could work.
I think he could rock that. Yeah. No pun intended. I think that would be good.
Rock that.
Yeah. Speaking of looking really good on screen.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bronze, you're looking great today. We have some rejected MODOK designs.
Oh no, I feel like I'm going to be upset because there's going to be something good in there.
These are Marvel concept artists who revealed 5 scrap designs for Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania's MODOK. Here's the first one. Let me get it like sized up. Okay, all right, we're good. Here we go. I don't hate it. This is
I do. He looks like a big spooter.
A little bit, yeah. This is artist Alexei Bryklot, who is intended to, quote, make the villain first look more frightening, with a huge metallic face being a sort of totem before revealing what's inside, which would be him.
If they could get rid of 90% of the outside bit, his head part actually looks more like what I would want him to look like.
Yeah.
Just like this bit. All the extremities and all the like lasers, like get rid of that. That's nah. But that part right there, I kind of dig it.
Guys, this next one. Mm-hmm. I'd have to, I'm just saying, prepare yourself.
Is it a butt? Is it full butt?
No. It's worse.
Worse than full MODOK? You were right. Somehow you were right. I didn't expect that.
Brad Clot also posted, this is the direct who posted this, a creation they dubbed, quote, MODOKzilla, which was the version of the character that would have played on size and scale, with the villain being reminiscent of a huge kaiju.
Boy.
We could have had this, guys.
Glad we dodged this bullet.
This could have been in that film. This could have been in that film.
What sucks is the use of his head.
Yeah.
It isn't even like MODOK. It's just that goofy ass face. Oh.
I mean, so what my chat goes.
I'm actually happy with the MODOK we got. I'm actually happy.
Sonata in my chat goes.
See what we could have had? Yeah, it's so far so good.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
He said Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. That's great.
This is great. So wild. No. Moving on.
Gerard S. Morantz, this was his ship concept.
Ship?
Yeah, he was going to be in like a ship. This is going to be how he's going to fly around instead of just flying around normally. You have the MODOK ship concept that he was working on for the film.
I don't like MODOK ship.
He said originally MODOK was going to appear in a ship, keeping the character's mystery for a little bit. However, the plan was ultimately abandoned by the Quantumania team. This next one was another ship. Actually, this MODOK is in this. That's the back of it. Or sorry, that's the front of it. And MODOK is housed right here. So that's
MODOK is in the Xenogear? Is that what this is? This is
right there.
Stop! That's anime as shit. This is like Nano Machine, son.
I kind of like great. I'm kind of.
I love this.
Solid. Kojima made this, right?
Yes.
Kojima's the designer for this. Okay, I thought so. Kojima said a weapon to surpass Metal Gear, and he drew this. And Marvel was like, we can't do that. That's
MODOK Gear Solid.
Yeah.
MODOK
Gear Solid. Yeah.
MODOK Gear Solid. I love it.
Yeah. And then the last two, what do they say? Anthony Francisco says this version was the approved final design for the character when it came to concept art. You had that, and then you had that. And that looks pretty much what we got in the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is what we got.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He didn't look like that most of the time. Most of the time he looked like
they revealed his I think Bronson.
How did he look, JP? How did he look?
That's what he looked like.
I think he looked a little bit.
What did he look like?
Hello.
I'm an Avenger.
Yeah, exactly. He's an Avenger. And that's pretty much. Nothing else there was nothing major that happened this past week.
Actually, two major things.
Yeah.
One, as we found out the minute we were done, so we were doing our show.
We were wrapped.
And then we found out at the end of the show that Jonathan Majors was dumped by his agents and whatnot.
Yes.
And then the minute we were done with that, it was announced all over the internet that Disney wasn't even talking about replacing Jonathan Majors, even though everyone on the internet was like, they're definitely gonna.
Yeah, I think
they
Variety
said no, we're not talking about
that first off. Yeah.
And then they released the trailer for Loki that has a significant amount of Jonathan Majors in it.
Where did you see that? Because I was trying to find that when you sent me that DM. Where did you see it at? Because I didn't see anything official for Loki season 2. Did I just miss that? Did you get bamboozled by a TikTok?
Did I get bamboozled?
You might have been bamboozled.
You probably saw a fake trailer.
Could have been.
Really?
Yeah.
They have a lot of those now.
Yeah.
They have a lot of those now.
On TikTok especially. Yeah.
I look up Loki season 2 trailer, and I'm sure I will find all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
did y'all see that Warhammer?
Then we found out
edition trailer.
Yes. Yeah. I did. It looks good.
Then we found out immediately afterwards, according to Variety, that apparently
this is the big news,
multiple alleged victims that came forward. And then we found out that some of them, in fact, potentially the person that was in the car with him at the time, was an editor or someone on Quantumania.
Yeah.
So that's a whole bunch of.
So that's, yeah. I don't know. Like, part of me wonders if, like, that's why they're not saying anything, because they might be in some legal issues themselves for that, like, happening on their own film. I don't know. It's not a good spot for anyone on that, especially all the victims, obviously, first and foremost. Not a good situation whatsoever. Victims plural is the biggest.
I think it makes sense why Disney is quiet, because finding out that someone involved worked on the movie adds a whole other level to, like, boy, because that opens them up legally for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's not the last. I'm sure we will hear of all that.
Right.
And I don't know what the future holds for any of that. There's probably a ton of shit that we have no idea that's happening or has happened already.
Sure.
And it'll eventually have to come to light one way or the other, right? Time's going to progress, so they're gonna have to do something, say something, act somehow. So hopefully, no more reports of further abuse or further domestic violence or further whatever come out, though. Hopefully that's done. And it's just like, this is what we're doing to, react to all of this from all of the different camps. But yeah, not a good spot.
Me, I'd be sitting in my giant Marvel office, which I'm assuming looks like the Stark Tower, chain smoking right now.
Do you
Just
think,
reading Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't even smoke. Probably hacking along. Like,
yeah, not a good spot.
That'd be me.
And there's got to be some like Schadenfreude for James, right? For Gunn to like have all this happen as he's kind of like exiting. And he's just like, have fun with that shit. I'm going to go run the DCU. I'm out. Peace.
No.
It's got to have a little bit of it. Not a good spot, though, with any of that. When there's more news, we will report on it. But right now, there's not too much, apart from everything that's happened this past week. We talked about it kind of at length, but the idea that he got dropped by his management firm and his PR firm, those are like pretty mortal blows to anyone in Hollywood or in the actors world. So we'll just see. I guess we'll see what happens with that. I guess that's true, though. Now, someone just points out, well, James Gunn is leaving to go do The Flash. So maybe he's not really having Schadenfreude. Maybe he's just like, fuck, I got to go deal with this on my own now type scenario. Maybe it's not all.
I don't even know what they're going to do with that. And what sucks about it too is like, you got to feel for people that didn't, because like there's so many people that work on these movies and stuff. And I was actually, I know like that there might be a writer's strike coming up. And one of the things that a writer pointed out is that like, it sucks to work on a movie or a show for 6 months to a year. And then like the Batgirl show that was coming out, it gets canceled.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're kind of getting underpaid in the hopes that the show blows up. And now you have a writing credit that's worth a damn. And then you get royalties. And when you don't get that, like, it's like you spent a year writing on something and you're now in the hole.
Yep.
Like it's devastating. So it sucks like that somebody else, allegedly, I don't want to get sued, acting like a piece of shit is now going to affect like so
thousands
many people,
of people,
like, career trajectories and how the special effects they did on this was going to go in their portfolio. The editing they did on this was going to go in their portfolio. Like, and I'm not saying that, they shouldn't pull the movie. I'm just saying like that's why I would be chain smoking. Because I would just be like, I don't know what the right answer for this is because it sucks. It sucks.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not there's no positive or like silver lining in the situation. No one wins with any of that. So not a good spot, but hey, we'll see what happens with all that. You guys want to wrap and go watch our second worst
That'll
movie
cheer me up.
in the MCU.
I'm excited. This is gonna be great.
The MCU.
Have you ever thought about like what this could mean for Marvel?
I thought about like
get
going
galactic?
and getting a cup of coffee because I think I told y'all last time I almost fell asleep in the theater during this movie.
It's long.
Well, that's because you weren't with us.
That's
now
true.
I'm in the comfort of my home in my comfortable steel case chair. I don't know how I'm going to stay awake.
That's true.
I'm going to try though.
Well,
just have an air horn on standby if I start to nod off. Just air horn me.
You want a little bit of this? A little bit.
Work. Yeah. Work.
Okay. All right.
I'll work.
Yeah, it'll
that
censor
you?
everything. Yeah, that's me screaming. Yeah.
What made you shit yourself?
League of Legends.
Rage?
That sounds like
not
League of Legends. To be honest,
I know.
That's League of Legends. Yeah.
Oh, that's
that
funny.
sounds like League. Yeah.
Some bad happened, and I needed to get rid of all the anger as fast as possible.
Something bad happened. You lost. You mean?
No. Oh, absolutely. No one gets angry when they lose in League because you know you're going to lose in the first 10 minutes, and the depression kicks in, and then you're depressed when you lose. You don't get angry when you lose. You're depressed, Jesse. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, this is it's also it kills, it's the censor, so it just kills everything on the audio line. We watched The Incredible Hulk. That was number 31 in our MCU ranking. You go to mcucrew.com/rankings for that. Number 30 is Eternals. So today we will finally find out if The Incredible Hulk is better or worse than The Eternals. That is our goal.
I need you to know, this is like kaiju battle.
Yeah.
I'm Ken Watanabe, just like, let them fight.
Yeah.
I am here for this.
Fight.
However,
That's who should do the thing.
what?
Ken Watanabe should be the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were being vague in what you were trying to reference, but you meant the thing.
Oh no, you're right. Being from New York is a big part of his character.
It's huge, yeah.
Yeah. But don't fret, because the kaiju battle continues after we watch Eternals. Thor: The Dark World is up.
We have to compare the three of these. I can't wait for this.
So tonight's the
Thor:
Eternals.
The Dark World.
Yes, the Dark World. So
we need
do some
to come out
shout-outs.
to the end tonight. Tonight needs to end with Braun saying to us, which is better, Eternals or Incredible Hulk?
For the Incredible Hulk.
And you have to pick one, Bronze. You have to pick one.
Well, look.
Which is better?
Let's wrap up. Let's do some shout outs because this will be the podcast that goes out. If you want to watch our Eternals recap, or watch along, I should say, it'll be up on all of our Twitch channels. We're not going to put it up on YouTube because it's like a 3-hour watch along, but the VOD will be here on everyone's channel, so you can go watch that if you want to. Let's do shout outs, and then we'll start our watch along. Bronze, how you feeling over there? How's it going? Talk to me.
I was on time for this episode. I was ready for this episode. And the first 15 seconds defeated me. I don't know where the next 3 hours is going. I am that Bronze girl. Yeah. Follow me everywhere at that Bronze girl.
Great.
But not on Twitter, because there I'm the brown Jordan Peterson, apparently.
That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing to say.
That's what they called me.
Jesse,
Hi. I am so excited because tonight, at some point, either The Incredible Hulk or Eternals will be the #1 movie on our list. For at least a week, it'll be the #1 film. And I don't know which one it's going to be, but my hopes are high that this will suck for all of us. So tune in. It's going to be great.
2 hours and 38 minutes is the runtime for Eternals. We're shutting this down. We're going to go grab a coffee. And then it begins. We'll see you guys in just a bit.